I'm now going to show you how to fit a Cosy Corner onto the Magnum. We do various size Cosy Corners. They fit all our full awnings and on large porches, the Magnum and the Magnum Coal. The canvas is the same size on all of them, it's just a framework that actually changes depending on which awning you're fitting it onto. Let me show you where we begin. The first thing we need to do is to fit some F-links. Now these F-links look like this, and the ideal time to put these on is when you actually put the awning up. Now with a screwdriver provided, we attach the F-link to this little tiny short canopy pole, either on the left hand side or the right hand side, depending on where you want to fit the Cosy Corner. Once it's in place, tighten the F-link into position. The next pole now to connect is the pole with a clamp on both sides, or should I say on both ends, with the F-link already attached. This goes underneath the canopy as close as you can to the centre cross and move to the other side, ensuring this flap is behind the pole to protect the pole, clamping as close as you can to the plastic. The next stage is to attach this behind the middle canopy pole and connecting it to this buckle and pulling through slightly and leave it hanging. Now we've got the canvas in our hands and we've connected this pole. This belt is now to go into this over here through the F-link and then connect the end through the buckle, leaving it hanging fairly long. The next pole to use is the one with a hook and the one that looks more like a spear. This hook clips into the F-link like so, but before we actually clip it into this F-link, it needs to go underneath the canvas. When we look at the corner at this point here, there's two metal brass eyelets, a small one and a large one. Because this can be actually used on either side, the bigger brass one is for the actual leg at the front, so the roof pole is to go through this small brass eyelet. So if we feed from the back underneath and we put the hook in the small brass eyelet, and now that hooks into the F-link. Moving towards the front, the leg with the big spike, the spike goes through the larger brass eyelet and the spear or point, whatever you like to call it, clips into the leg. If I take this off and show you more clearly, it just pushes into the joint there. Drop the leg. What we need to do now is to move this F-link into the right position over here, to the point of where the canvas meets the pole. So I put in the belt and buckle, nice and tight, and now we tension up this F-link here. Remember, once you've done this, next time you put the Magnum up, it will be in the right position. The next pole, which is the last pole, the one with the funny crank on one end and a hook on the other. The larger of the hook hooks into the F-link, and the other end hooks into the eyelet on this point here. We tension slightly to support it. The next little job is to attach this little tiny double channel piece to the beading that's running along here. We find the beginning, slide it to the middle of the Magnum, and this piece of material that we've actually got here slides into the other half of the double channel. So if we look from the top, you can see it connected. The next little task is to tension up the leg. Again, the same principle as on the porches and the full awnings, the regulator tab, the spike goes in and we tension this roof pole here. And then the roof pole going along here. And now for the single clicks. These slide along the beading. And the second. And then these two down the beading in front of the leg. And these will clip around the pole. And we're nearly done. The next part is to tension out the belt and buckle, which is in the centre. Pulling the belt and buckle down. As far as you can. And now for the pegging. The first pegs to put in the ground are the ones by the canopy. Pulling the pegging rubber as close to the canvas as possible. And the same as when you peg in an awning, move to the front leg, pulling in the right position, pegging the foot to the ground, and there's two pegging points, one at the front, one at the back, bring them round, and then just the final two pegs to be done. And the final task, to finish it off, the guy rope, and there we go. A nice place to put your chair, sit out of the sun and relax.